Hi, this is Miss Pringle. I'm a certified speech language pathologist for Sapulpa Public Schools, and I thought I would talk with you all about your student who is working on, you guessed it, the R sound. I usually start working on this sound around age 7. It is one of the later developing sounds, and it's also one that takes a lot of time and a lot of practice to get perfect. So I have 5 different tips to help you and your child at home. And yeah, so let's begin. I have my little clipboard here. I'm gonna hold it up, and I'm so sorry I'm having to film this myself. So the first tip I have is to smile. So a lot of times in speech we see our children who are substituting the W sound. So the word run is one. Did you see how I was rounding my lips when I was doing that? We don't want to do that when we make our R sound. We want to smile and say run. My lips really aren't moving for the R sound. You really want that tongue to be bunched up in the back with no lip movement. So a lot of times I'll say, okay, we're gonna smile. It looks silly, that's okay. This is one of the first steps I work on. So smile, and we're gonna open our mouth just because we do want the child to see our tongue while we're doing this. And you can use a mirror for your child for them to practice with. It's great for them to see what their tongue is doing while you're working on this. So smile, My tongue is bunched up in the back. It kind of makes a cup or a bowl, and the sides, which would be, you know, the sides are touching my top back teeth or our molars. So when your child is practicing and they've heard, you know, me or another speech pathologist say, smile, and they're looking really silly, and you're wondering, why are they smiling? It's because either I have told them that, or another speech pathologist has told them we do not want to move our lips when we're saying our R sound. So the word starred, card, and I'll get to why I'm adding red to the end of those words in a minute. But we want our smile, our mouth to be open so that we can hear every sound, and we want the child, again, to be able to see themselves doing this or you doing it, preferably both. Another technique I use, this would be number 2, and I'll show you guys, is what I call an LR slide. And basically, it's not as tricky as you think. For our L sound, our tongue is touching the bumpy part at the top, right behind those top front teeth. So what we're gonna do is I would tell the child, we are gonna practice tongue sliding today. This is probably for like a 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 5th grade, you know, 4th grade. I would say they should know by now because we have been working on it for a while, most likely. You know, we're probably past this, but this is for the child who is, again, beginning R. So I would say we are gonna practice tongue sliding today. So we're going to start with L, and we're gonna move it across the top, meaning our hard palate. We're gonna move it to the front and take it to the back until we reach the squishy part or our soft palate. So, It looks silly. You will see some tension right here, and that's because we are working that muscle. We are wanting to build tongue strength. This exercise is great for building tongue strength. I would do it maybe, you know, a few times a day, maybe 3 times a day, just to get the child more aware of, you know, R is made in the back of our mouth near our soft palate, that squishy part on the top. So R. And again, we want our mouth to be open while we're doing this, just in order for the child to see their tongue go from the front to the back. Another technique I use is this is our waterfall sound. So our shh what your tongue is doing when you're making the sh sound is it's cupped. So when you do it, sh, your tongue is actually already, the sides are touching the top of the teeth. We are going to move that into sure. So all you're going to do is tell your child, say sure. So moving the tongue from sh, pulling it back a little bit, and that's going to elicit an R sound. So we can put it all together. Sure. Sure. It's only moving back a little bit, but SH is great for that because it's already almost an R sound. You just have to pull that tongue back a little bit more in order to get that R sound. Another tip I use is beginning with, I don't know if you guys can see that, KR and GR blends. So KR blends would be something like crown, crazy, creek, crown, crow. And GR blends would be, you know, grass, green, not gorilla, but you know, you guys get it. Grill. You can even look for these words around your house. That would be really fun to do. Kind of like a scavenger hunt. See how many words, KR and GR words, can we find around our house? So these, the reason I like to use KR and GR is because K and G are already made in the back of our mouth. So it would only make sense for us to start with those types of blends if you wanted to try this step. So we wouldn't want to start with like a BR or FR because those are made with our lips in the front of the mouth, and FR is made with our teeth in the front of the mouth. It would just be way too confusing because we are trying to stress, you know, bunching that tongue up in the back of the mouth rather than using our lips in the front and our teeth in the front. We don't want to confuse the child. So and have the child open their mouth while we're saying these. You know, let's practice. Crown. Let's say that 10 times. Are you ready? Crown. See how my mouth is open a little bit? Crown. My tongue is bunched up in the back. The sides are touching my top molars. Crown. Crown. That's 3. We'll say it's 3. Crown. 4. Crown. 5. Crown. 6. Crown. 7. Crown. 8. Crown. 9. Crown. 10. So good job, guys. You can think of some GR words to do also 10 times. 10 is just kind of a magic number. R is a sound, again, that requires a lot of practice and a lot of repetition. Another tip I use is number 5. We start with what we call vocalic R. So words ending in AR, any type of vocalic R is like an AR word. A word ending in ER, a word ending in AIR, IR, EAR, OR. So I usually start with the words ending in AR. Just because your tongue is already kind of in the right position for that vowel, the A. So the A and the R are kind of in the position that we want the tongue to be in already. It just makes sense to start with that one. So what I would do is I would combine a word like starred, keeping my mouth open, that smile, starred. And we are combining a word like star, and we're going to hold it out until we say the word red. This is getting our tongue in the right position for words like red, or rain, or those words that have R in the very beginning. What I like to do, and this is a really good exercise for keeping that tongue up and getting it strengthened. A lot of times we hear kids that drop that R and lose it. So for instance, the word mother sounds like mother. My tongue dropped. You could hear it. It sounded like a ugh. And we really want that tongue to be bunched up in the back, touching those top back teeth. And you probably are going to see my cat in a minute because she's making an appearance. Here we go. This is Nala, by the way. Nala, can you say hi? Oh my goodness. Say, oh, my kids, just, I know they know about you and hear about you. So let's do, I'm sorry. Her tail is, yes, in my face. We're gonna, and I have a whole big list of these. So let's pick 5. So let's pick, there's the starred. Remember, we're smiling. Our tongue is bunched up in the back. We are gonna say it 5 really good times without the tongue dropping to the bottom. We want it to be bunched up in the back near our top molars, or top back teeth. Starred, carred. Well, you get the picture. So let's do starred, starred. 3 more times. Starred, starred, starred. I think that was 5. Okay. I'm also watching my cat get into some boxes. I'm trying to kind of multitask. Let's pick another one. What about, this is something a lot of people may have at their house, like a jar of jam or honey or, you know, peanut butter, whatever. So again, finding objects that have R in your house is a really good idea, especially for the kids who are getting a little stir crazy, need some movement. Have them walk around, find R's, say, you know, we are going to do this 5 times. And if you feel like you are not having, I do have parents that say, how do I, because they've said there are this way for 7, 8, 9 years, how do I know that their R is sounding strong? What I recommend is, you know, you could take a short video through the smartphone, you know, voice recorder, whatever, send it to someone who's a family friend that you're comfortable with, who's honest, send it to a cousin, someone who's not around your child every day, meaning an unfamiliar listener, you know, someone who, again, is not around your child every day. Say, does this sound like a weak R or a strong R? Hopefully that person will be honest with you, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. And if the child is embarrassed, say, this is, you know, we're showing off. We're going to show off your R skills to a friend. Getting that confidence is a big part of what we do as speech pathologists, is making your child comfortable speaking, especially with this R sound that takes a long time. This is how we get better. We practice. There are people that are going to be listening to us. We are going to get more self-aware. It's going to be okay. So again, let's do jarred. We're going to do it 5 times. Jarred, 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 jarred. 2 more. Jarred, jarred. Okay, I know I said we're going to, here we go again. I know I said I would pick 5 words. I'm going to pick 1 more just because I'm afraid this video is going to be too long and I hope it all posts. So let's pick, oh, this one right here, car. So we are going to say this word 5 times and add red to the end. Open your, so smile, open your mouth. Car red, car red, car red, car red. 1 more. Car red. Okay. Once your child sounds really good with these words ending in AR, you can move on to words ending in ER. So words like fur, stir, whisper, mother, locker, and that's kind of the hierarchy we go through. I really hope these tips helped you guys. We miss you guys so much. You can see her behind me. Okay, stay safe, everybody. Thank you.